Hi class, today we're going to be talking about measures of center. The mean you're probably familiar with. If you had 8 people, 8 different weights, you add up all their weights, divide by 8, that gets you the average. That's what we call the mean. The median is a little different. It looks at the measure of center according to whatever the middle value is. So if you had people that weighed, 125, 130, 135, 140, 145, you just take the middle value of those 5 values. If you have an even number of values, you would literally take the average of the two center values that you end up getting when you have an even number. But basically, it gets you to the middle. And then finally, you've got the mode. The mode is used only with categorical data. And so you would use the mode when dealing with stuff like that. So, for instance, pretend you had a poll and you're asking someone to rank, how they liked their restaurant with a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. uh, that's the kind of data where the mode would be more useful than using the median or the mean. So, at any rate, yeah, that's what we're doing this week. I've got some good links here in the Q&A area. And know that the title of this week that says find the measures of the center for a data set using a TID4 calculator, that's an active link. So you can actually click on that title, which is kind of abnormal for my titles. And then in addition to that resource, of course, I also have another resource at the bottom that literally gives you a resource link. And of course, how does all this connect to nursing? I mean, a lot of times we'll track blood pressure or we'll track heart rate, and we might track it like in the morning or when we're eating or in the evening, and it will vary during the day. But if you're looking across different days and you're just comparing mornings of each day to each other, you can start to track a pattern. And so that's where we're using the mean all the time. As far as median goes, you might use the median when tracking the average income of someone who comes into your ER. That's going to be, more people that are poorer come in than say that are richer, because they tend to have more problems just on average. And so when you look at the data, you would have uh, a, a mean that would be, you'd have data that's heavily skewed. And so that's where using the median, like the middle number, as opposed to using the mean, which is like the average number, would be more useful in actually describing that sample that you're looking at from your population. So it's also used with income a lot when you're looking at, like in politics and they're comparing incomes or neighborhoods or things like that. The median is often used over the mean. So it comes up quite a bit. But just know that, quantitatively, the mean and median are both great, but one's better than the other for certain things. If your data is, normal bell curve data, we use the mean. That's always what we want to use. But sometimes when the data is heavily skewed or you've got a lot of outliers, that's when you're going to use the median. And that's all I've got for you guys today. So we'll talk to you all later this week. Bye bye.